Hey, my beautiful followers, happy Saturday evening. I hope everybody has had an amazing day and is getting ready to either snuggle down and have a beautiful winter, fall, late fall evening, or getting ready to go out and just have some fun. I am waiting for my man to get here. He's running a little bit late, and figured I would jump on and do my live because I've been meaning to get to it all day. And actually, today I was sitting and I was writing an article, and the article won't come out till tomorrow. It's rare that I write an article before, like the day before. I'm very much a write in the moment kind of article writer, and then I just publish it. I publish it because I want you guys to get that energy. But today I was sitting out, and it was a beautiful day in North Texas, and so I was sitting and just really soaking in the sun, and I was processing a session I had myself, and so I wrote this whole article, and it's about this gorgeous session that I was blessed to have from another practitioner. There's several practitioners that I feel super grateful to have in my life that I can swap sessions with occasionally. And so I did this beautiful session, and I went into this session, and please read it tomorrow too, the article, but I went into this session with zero expectations, because I went in going, okay, like we're gonna work my energy a little bit, but it's just like, it's gonna be like just a chill session, like maybe like I'll open my heart chakra a little bit, maybe like there'll be a little bit of movement kind of with my energy. I've been doing some really good work, so there'll probably be some good movement, but it's gonna be just like a chill session. It was supposed to be short. And sorry, my nose ring is bothering me, so we're gonna look like we're picking our nose on the live, but I had to twist it. It was bugging me. But I ended up having zero expectations really for this session. I walked in and just was like, whatever happens, happens. Like, I'm just kind of here. Like honestly, I had been, I don't want to say busy, but my focus had been in yoga all day, and then it went from yoga to getting some stuff done that I was really excited about and really orgasmic about. So I stepped into this session, and it ended up being this session that really opened my heart up, really opened my sex up. I experienced some orgasmic energy like I've not experienced in a very long time. And so it was true orgasmic energy. It was this energy that really came up into my heart, and then it opened up my heart, my throat chakra, but then I felt it kind of radiating out into my crown, and it was so beautiful, and I felt so expansive. I felt like that beautiful feeling of like electricity all over your body. If you don't know what that is, I'm sorry. If you don't know how that feels, that orgasmic energy that is so full body, then I challenge you to go and find a tantric practitioner, or really dive into some tantric books to really learn what that is and what that feels like, or come to one of my workshops, or hire me as a coach. But that's not what this live is about. That's not what this live is about. It's about this expectations piece, because I was lying there afterwards, and I had all this vulnerability come up. I had all this, afterwards my ego started to really step in and was like, okay, like, you totally went there. You totally went there on this, and you totally really opened your heart chakra on that, and you really allowed the energy to flow. Because yes, even tantric practitioners, even coaches, even us, we have these moments of like opening into shame, opening into vulnerability, opening into, holy crap, that was a pleasure ceiling, and I was knocking on it. But that was only possible because I stepped into the session without expectation. And I bring this to you not to just share about my beautiful, amazing, glorious session and the beautiful soul that I'm so thankful was willing to gift me that session, but it really was to bring you this expectations piece, because I think we bring this into the bedroom. Like, yes, that was an energy work session where my energy was moving and it was all about the healing piece, but we bring this into our sex life as well. We walk in with an expectation, with a goal, with a desire even that can get, it turns from desire to expectation or a reaching. And when we start reaching in the bedroom, when we start expecting and demanding in the bedroom instead of really stepping into our energy and allowing ourselves to just feel our bodies and go with the flow. That's not to say you can't ask for what you desire. That is beautiful, and that is actually a piece of dropping into your energy, is allowing your throat chakra to really open up and allowing yourself to speak what you desire. However, when I say expectations, it's I'm going to give her an orgasm, which I love. I love when guys tell me I'm going to give her an orgasm. Like, you can't give her an orgasm. You can do all the tips, the tricks, the techniques in the world, and you are not going to give your woman anything. You're not going to give her an orgasm. She has to open up to that orgasm. She has to open up even to that climax. She has to be willing and able to go there. But we have these expectations. We have this expectation, well, I expect him to spend all this time on my body, but we don't verbalize it. And that's where we get into trouble, because the truth is we all at some level walk into situations with some expectation. I would expect you, I have an expectation of you, I would expect you to have some expectation that the person you're with is treating you with some level of respect, and that you have an expectation of safety, you have an expectation of consent, things like that, these base level expectations. But many of us walk in not knowing that we have expectations, and the expectations usually are way up here and they've never been verbalized. We've never talked about it. And then we get upset, we become resentful, we have all these feelings because we feel like this other person is letting us down when we've not even spoken our truth. We've never asked for what we desired, and we have these expectations. But in truth, the most beautiful sex happens when we walk in with very low expectations. The expectation being, I just want to connect with this person. I want to feel my own body. I want to drop into my energy. I want to feel what it's like today in my body. Right now, I'm really diving deep into this yoga practice. And one of the beautiful pieces that the teachers continue to say is that go to where your body is today. And I promise you, your sex is different today than it is tomorrow, will be tomorrow, and is different than it was yesterday. That is just how us humans work, and especially as women. Sorry, guys, but women, especially us women, our sex is always different, always changing because of hormones and because of stress and things. And guys, the same thing goes for you, but women, we tend to fluctuate a little bit more in our sex and our arousal level due to just different hormonal things. But when we walk in with very few expectations, our expectation just to feel our bodies and to see the thoughts that come up and to experience them and go, I see that. And not walk in with, I'm going to get an orgasm, a climax. I'm going to give this. I'm going to have this level of pleasure. We're going to do this. And this goes even outside the bedroom, guys, and you know this, and I'm assuming you can hear that it goes even outside the bedroom. When we walk into any relationship, any situation with these expectations, especially unspoken expectations, we do ourselves a disservice. It is better to just own your freaking expectations and go, here, I have an expectation here, and verbalize it and let that other person know you have an expectation, because at least there's communication. And own it within yourself too. Go, yeah, I do have some expectations. I have some expectations here. Because if you can't own it within yourself, I promise you're not owning it in that relationship. Whatever that relationship is, whether that relationship be a friendship, a romantic relationship, a child relationship, there's if you have expectations, you need to verbalize those and own them. But especially when we're talking about sex and stepping into this deeper vulnerable piece, we must really work to watch our expectations and do our best. And I don't want to say try, but do our best to just drop into our bodies and just be in the moment and experience it, because that is when we're going to feel the most energy. That is when we're going to feel the most pleasure and beauty and bliss. That is when we're going to be orgasmic at our highest level, because we will be connected with self. When we have expectations, we're up in our heads. When we are out of expectation, we are into our bodies. We are feeling them. We are experiencing, and we're allowing it to flow. And that was yesterday when I was having this, I was receiving this beautiful session. There was moments where I noticed this vulnerability. There was moments where I wanted to shut it down. There's moments where I expected myself to shut it down, but I would just breathe in and I relaxed and I leaned into even more pleasure. And I can tell you that I say that this particular session was so profound for me, because there's times when I get into my spiritual, oh, I'm a practitioner, oh, I can breathe this way, I should breathe that way, I should, get in this position, that position. Or, I'll at times walk into session and be like, okay, I need to breathe deep. And I get so stuck in this spiritual bullshit, and I'm going to call it bullshit. Not that the techniques and tricks and all of that stuff can't help, but sometimes we get so stuck in our heads that we set our own expectations of self and we disconnect. We end up disconnecting because in our desire to connect, we end up working so hard at it that we disconnect. And that's our expectations on self. That becomes expectations that we're putting on ourselves. And so look at your expectations for yourself in the bedroom, because we all have them. Like, I expect myself to orgasm. I expect myself not to orgasm. Either way, you have these expectations of self, but then I bet you have expectations of a partner as well. And so really check those. Really check those expectations, and read my article tomorrow. So I think my man is about here. I think I just saw him pull up. So I'm going to get off of my live so I can go get some good food, and that's an expectation, that I'm going to get some good food. But I happen to know where we're going. So there is going to be some good food, some good laughter, and hopefully a beautiful, blissful night. But if you want to know more about my tantric work, if you want to know about my workshops coming up, I'm going to be in Austin for the Austin Tantra Festival in December, so please check out my events page. That is on there. I have Orgasm Camp coming up in December as well, plus a bunch of other events happening in the Dallas area. And then I have Food, Sex, and Money happening November 22nd through the 24th. This is an online course to help you really integrate your food, your sex, and your money, because guess what? These are areas that so many people struggle with. And if you have issues in one, I promise you it is bleeding out into issues in other areas. So join me for this low-cost workshop. I want to help you guys. I really want to connect with my followers and help them through this holiday season, get them a jump start going into the new year. And so please join me. You can find the registration for that on my global events page on my website, addisonbell.net. And other than that, go and have an amazing Saturday. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for another Addison Unleashed. Love y'all. Bye.